You consider yourself very much an introvert, right?
I think so. Yeah. I can't just come into a situation where I don't know anyone and spark up conversations.
What's your favorite go-to whenever you're just trying to blend in and wait till your time's paid before you have to leave a party? What do you usually do? Do you just walk around? Are you one of those fake phone checkers? I think everyone has some type of thinking introvert in them. That's where you gather your deep thoughts. Usually leads to prayer, I think, for a lot of people as well. But the over-analyzing aspect of it and never speaking it is the part that truly keeps it an introvert quality. Do you get anxious about offending people?
Yes.
You do? Even at work?
Yes.
Especially at work.
Yeah, especially at work. Yeah, because you got to understand when you get different types of ways that you type emails and or text can come across the wrong way.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that you can't. I wish there was a way to put text to where people knew that you were being sarcastic. Like, I wish you could hit like an italics on your text. And if it was in italics, it just meant which is why I'm a big fan of picking up the phone call and not letting someone. There's something I'm upset about. I'd rather not give them the time to process what they're going to answer me whenever I ask the question. So they can't script the answer by preparing because I send it in an email or a text. But pick up the phone, ask you the question that I know I will need the answer to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get your emotion and your tone. I'm going to get everything right there.
Welcome to the New Dad Order Podcast, brought to you by Burns Estate Planning and Wealth Advisors. If you're in need of financial advice and or retirement planning, the 12 locations from here in Hammond, Louisiana, all the way over to Florida, they're the ones to go to. If you're looking for or need their contact information, check out the description below. My name is Ray. We got Parfait sitting right over there.
How's it going, everybody? Ray, how are you doing?
I'm doing well today. Doing well.
Good to know. Good to know. Being the extrovert person like you are, just making your way through the holidays?
I think, you say extrovert, not me. I think I'm more of an introvert. Yeah,
that's what you had mentioned. You said you want to talk about introverts this evening, and there's different types, right? So there's obviously like the social one when I said, like you're ready for the holidays because they're upon us as we approach the end of the year. And so the social aspect of it is usually I think the first one that everybody goes to, right? Just being introvert. I know my head goes that. When you hear introvert, do you always think a social setting, I'd imagine?
Always.
And we've established that if you can't talk about football, then you kind of clam up a little bit.
Then I shell it up, pull back, unless someone starts talking about Star Wars. Then it comes back out.
Then so football and Star Wars.
Yep. Then my peacock feathers blossom, and I step back out. Yeah. Yep. Peacock. Yeah, I start peacocking.
How you do that?
Your chest just comes out a little bit. Your eyes pop open a little bit. You're like, yeah. What's your favorite episode?
What is your favorite episode?
Empire Strikes Back.
Me too.
You have no idea.
Never seen it. But yeah. So what? Social introvert, thinking introvert, anxious introvert, and restrained introvert. So those are the four that we're gonna discuss. Myself, I don't think I've ever really heard of necessarily all of them being put that way, but in the descriptions that you and I kind of talked about, those are the correct, I guess, ways to put it as far as thinking and anxious and stuff like that.
Right.
And so in the social, which is, the one that we mentioned is the top of everybody's head in social settings, you consider yourself very much an introvert, right?
I think so. Yeah. I can't just come into a situation where I don't know anyone and spark up conversations. Like I can't. If it's hey Ray, come on, I'm gonna have a party, and we don't have the same friends. I'm gonna have a party. Come over, hang out, yada yada yada. I come over. I know you, but you're nowhere to be seen. I'm going to a corner. Me and the wife, we're going to a corner. We're just going to chill until we find you.
Okay, but that makes sense though, right?
Versus coming in and going, hey, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Ray, But because there are people, extroverts, probably someone like yourself.
Probably more than an introvert, I would say.
You think so?
I mean, I would say I'm probably, yeah, I would definitely say I'm more of an extrovert than an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
But introverts tend to want to be around family more than others. Not saying extrovert doesn't, but in a perfect world, you would probably much prefer to be around family
Or
than
people that
friends.
know. Or people
But
that know.
but like people you know, but people you really know, not fringe.
Yeah, not
Typically, that's
acquaintances. You're right. Right.
yeah. You want your best friends or your family, and the older you get, your best friends usually are family for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you avoid I mean all the signs of a social introvert: um avoiding small talk, want to be around close friends or family. And what's your favorite go-to whenever you're just trying to blend in and wait till your time's paid before you have to leave a party? What do you usually do? Do you just kind of walk around? Are you one of those fake phone checkers just to see if anybody?
No, well, that might have, you know what? That's a good question. I don't know about that. Before,
Mhm.
it was more just watching. It was, go get, if there's snacks,
You're just gonna pound the snack table.
go get some snacks and just snack on that and just look around and see what's going on. Right. And then sometimes I would get eye contact with somebody, maybe that looked familiar.
Mhm.
And I might, no, I won't. I wouldn't do that. No, that's all I would do. I would just people watch until I found the person that is the host of the party that invited me, and I would talk to them, and then they would.
Then you do.
Well, no.
No?
Then they would introduce me to a couple of people,
Okay, and then you go from there.
and then it's a little better, but it's still those people I'll talk to for a minute, and they might introduce me to them because we have a similar interest.
Gotcha, but you're not doing the cold open.
I am not very good at that unless, for example, like when I'm in like at PARD. When I was at PARD, I'm the commissioner or I'm a coach, right?
Yeah.
Where those kind of situations.
Well, because you know people want to talk to you, in a sense.
Well, yeah, in a sense. When I got to get on a microphone and I got to announce things like that. But when like the social environment, no.
Were you ever like an MC at an event or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, I had to do that. So we put on a fundraiser for my boys' my son's school, and we did a 5K and a 1 mile run. I didn't see you out there.
Didn't know. Sorry.
Oh, you to come run?
No.
No. But it's my wife and I and another family that head the run committee or the race committee, and then we have a team of people that work with us as well to get off our fundraiser, and we do it, and we've been doing it for 4 years or so. We put on like 4 or 5 races and have the microphone, doing the MC, talking to people, pointing out things, just hearing myself talk throughout the whole morning while the race starts, and as the runners come across the finish line.
Oh, like Phil Hellmuth would do at his little charity events, his poker charity
Phil
events.
Hellmuth, a douchebag poker player, guys. But to an extent, yes. But you're not.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're not big on doing something like that.
No. Unless again, it's not like in an environment that I don't know anybody. No, I couldn't.
Yeah, because I'm definitely speaking in front of strangers. There's 150, 200 people out there at the race where I probably know maybe 50 people, and the rest are all there waiting for my instructions.
But are those
and my
50? Are those 50 in various spots where you can sort of spot them?
No, absolutely not. It's just people just walking around.
Oh, wow. No, I couldn't do it.
Big open area as we're preparing everybody to know where they need to go and what we're going to be doing, and randomly thanking the sponsors and the group of people that are out here, and thank you for coming out to the race. Not talking directly, just talking to a crowd.
Well, I think you do a fantastic job of that. Just spontaneously, just coming off the dome. You might have a few notes, the sponsors that you need to address, but other than that, I think coming off the dome, you do a fantastic job of that. So.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy being on the mic and kind of directing the crowd and making little jokes that go over a few people's heads. And
I can do it if it's something where I know there's some people that I know. So let's say it's like 30% people I know and 70% that I don't know. I could probably do it, but I'd have to be able to see them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
You're basically a social introvert.
Yeah.
So not basically, you are. Completely are.
Yeah.
You're even clamming up your hands right now. It's just you and I, and whoever decides to listen and watch this right here.
Right. So that's a social introvert.
You are. And even from the standpoint of us doing this podcast now since March or so.
March.
And the bass in your voice has gotten better because you used to not sit straight up whenever we first started.
Right. I was always hunched.
Didn't speak clearly.
I was way away from the mic. Yeah.
I would say thought about your words. I know you think about your words still.
Oh, yeah.
But you just didn't let it fly as much. You weren't quite as confident. So it is possible to become confident. I mean, it's hard to be an introvert, like you claim, and sit here on a microphone talking for anybody and everybody in the world to possibly hear it. You ever think about that?
No. Until this moment.
Just got dry.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, heard it.
No, until this moment. No, I didn't think about it until this very moment.
Well, I hope it didn't cause any anxiety. I'm not really worried if I did, but at least for the sake of this episode, I hope it didn't cause any extra anxiety.
Not at all.
All right. So Ray checks the box so far on one of the 4 categories. I myself, we're going to put an X through that. Definitely not a social introvert. You can put me in a crowd with people I know. I can, for instance, went from, obviously we talked about it, working for myself, small business, to working for an international corporation. A year ago at this time, we were at a national conference with 1,500, 2,000 people. I casually knew the people that work in the same district as me. One guy, pretty good friends with. One girl, pretty good friends with. But that was it for the most part. Outside of those, 3 people that I was kind of tight with from the company, it was, 1,500 other people I didn't know. And I'm going to be there for a couple of days. So let's figure it out and have fun. And I'll talk to whoever about whatever. So definitely not a social introvert from my side. I'm not uncomfortable in those situations.
Right.
Not saying that I love it and I can't wait to go hang out with strangers and people that I don't know. Just going to make the best of it, try to put in my hours to get through the evening, and who knows, hell, might have a little bit of fun while we're doing it, make some jokes.
Yeah.
Not looking to make lifelong friends in those situations necessarily,
right.
But if I can make somebody a friend for the next few hours to get through it and we can have a good time and we can walk away from saying, oh, it wasn't too bad, opposed to just sit there watching the clock, waiting for it to be over and miserable and nervous. And I'm just going to go back to my hotel room.
That was me.
That was you.
The other part of that, if I can piggyback, it was when they did say, okay, managers, let's separate into groups of 10 or groups of 5 or groups of 4, and let's discuss ABC topics. 4 random people, 10 random people. Yeah, those were the times where I puckered up. There was a lot of puckering going on there. So,
what do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
Oh,
what do you
like
mean
nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Super nervous.
Yeah, puckered up. Okay, I got you. I was thinking, yeah. So,
what were you thinking?
I didn't really know what you meant by, I thought you said buckered up at first, and that's not a term, and then you said puckered up.
Puckered up,
yeah. Like you got tight.
Real tight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, well, I mean, I don't enjoy those. Those are annoying. It's just usually a small group. It's just a few people who want to take the lead to sound so much smarter than they are and speak really profound about crap at the company that no one really cares about, but you kind of pretend like you do because you think it's the right thing to say. And you have all these great leadership qualities. Like, shut up, man. Like, no one likes you that much.
I've been blessed with this company.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I look at it. And that's probably not a great way.
Well, but
I should be I should be more open-minded in those situations. I find people lacking so much sincerity in corporate group settings, corporate small group settings, because they want to sound like the smartest person in the room. And usually the easiest way to do that is say less, listen more. And you'll probably come off sounding a lot smarter than the person who takes the lead and comes up with has something to say about every single thing, big opinion. you're just gonna get, I don't know, you sound like, I don't know, whatever.
It's bad.
Yeah. Anyways, so number 2, thinking introvert,
Yeah.
right? So thinking introvert. So getting lost in your own thoughts, overanalyzing, just things like that. Do you consider yourself a thinking introvert?
Sometimes.
When do you do that the most?
When everybody's sleeping.
Okay.
And I'll be sitting on the couch. I might be flicking through social media and I'll put it down and just, you just all of a sudden you start staring into a void and just thinking about things that you've done that day. I should have done that. What if I would have?
Do you ever voice that stuff or you strictly keep that in? Because I think that's where it's going with when it says a thinking. So you're keeping these inner thoughts and they only stay inner thoughts.
Yes.
Never is a strong word, obviously, but you tend not to express these inner thoughts at any point in time.
The only time now that I do express the inner thoughts is in prayer.
Okay.
Like sometimes those thoughts will come out and I'll speak them. I'll speak them in prayer.
But obviously no one in human form is hearing that.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
I would say I think everyone has some type of thinking introvert in them. That's where you gather your deep thoughts. Usually leads to prayer, I think, for a lot of people as well. But the overanalyzing aspect of it and never speaking it is the part that truly keeps it an introvert quality.
Well, I think so. I mean, I'm pretty sure you do this, though. Well, I know it. I do this as well, though. Like when I'm doing a process, I might be talking to myself. I don't think that's the same thing, is it?
No, this is...
I think that's totally different.
Like folding the clothes and planning out the next 20 years of your life while you do it. Like that kind of thing. Like really deep diving into your mental thought.
I don't do that too often. It's more like, get these clothes folded. But more of the, everyone's asleep. I just look through a few things on social media, put the phone down, and then it just hits me. Like,
yeah,
I want to get out of this townhouse.
I mean, I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people probably fall into a thinking introvert aspect, meaning that when you put your ideas out there, it's going to create a lot of vulnerability, which we've talked about before. And keeping those thoughts in is easier than putting all of those thoughts out. All of those are overanalyzing things. Now, I will say that I will analyze and analyze and analyze and analyze and analyze in my head, whatever topic it may be. It could be something as mundane as sport. My opinion of Matthew Stafford as a quarterback. Why? I don't know. Just thinking about it. So I keep thinking about everything that he's done and when he was drafted and the deal he had in Detroit. And then he ended up in St. Louis, or he ended up in St. Louis. He ended up with the Rams in Los Angeles and Jared Goff went over there. And now I'm lost in all these thoughts that have to do with Matthew Stafford that I have no one to talk to about because who really gives a crap to begin with? But it's definitely an introverted thinking thought. But if the conversation ever comes up, I'm like, oh, I was thinking about this the other day, and I get to look like you were really thinking about Matthew Stafford and his career path. And I'm like, yeah, why? I don't know, man, but I was. So just having those, and like I said, Matthew Stafford and his career is not necessarily but it could be the plan for the next year, the plan for the next 5 years. It doesn't always have to be deep, but I don't do a good job of getting those inner thoughts out on my own, opposed to waiting for an opportunity to get those out. So I'd say I probably fall into a thinking introvert category.
Well, sometimes it falls under the useless knowledge thing, and when that opportunity is presented,
nailed it.
Bam, Matthew Stafford, and you just break it down. Yeah. No, that's that is definitely.
So thinking introvert, it's kind of a different one. Like I said, I think everybody automatically goes to the social aspect of introvert, and whenever we were kind of coming up with the stuff, we were trying to think of different styles of introvert, and thinking one would definitely be along those same lines, where you have some people where they can't wait to get out their ideas. Now you have, because they're idea people, and I think your profession, your career, your role in whatever you may do may dictate on how much of that is not a thinking and it's a projection. Yeah. Where you have to get out of that because you're the idea guy. Someone take, for instance, two of our guests that we had. Jason Lipscomb with real estate, Ernie Burns in financial. Those are guys that have to get there. They're the think guy. They're the idea guy. So they have to. They can't be a thinking introvert. They have to take organization in their thoughts in order to put those things out to people.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that it would make sense that you and I are probably more thinking introverts than two guys like that.
I'm 2 for 2 so far.
2 for 2. Batting 1,000, right? So, third one, right? Anxious introvert. For instance, just anything that causes anxiety. Are you one of those people that will have conversations? You had the conversation early in the day, and I think you are. You talk to someone, and you're like, man, I wish I'd have said this, and then replay the entire conversation in your head.
I am
like,
that guy, yeah.
In the shower. I remember there was a comedian talking about it. He goes, I have fought so many people in the shower, and the guy who's doing the podcast was like, what are you talking about? He goes, just reliving the day where this dude on the subway bumped into me, and if he bumped into me again, I would never do anything because I'm not that guy. And that's why I'm having this argument in the shower about something that happened at 3:00 in the afternoon when I got bumped into on the subway.
Yeah.
So you're one of those people that would replay the entire conversation?
It's always that conversation. I wouldn't say where you lost. There might have been something negative within that conversation.
Okay.
Either towards them or towards you. It usually is towards you. And you think about a good comeback, right? 15 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour later.
Doesn't play well.
No, not at all.
Did you do that as a sibling, like as a child growing up? Sister say something to you. She's smarter than you. She got the rip on you, and then you try to come back and you say something, bring it up, and she's like, what are you talking about? That conversation's over.
I would just hit her.
Yeah, that worked out well for you, right?
No.
Hole in the wall, Roscoe.
I'm
do that
joking.
Again?
I'm joking. I did not hit her. We did get one confrontation where I pushed her head down on the ground accidentally, and that I relive that one. I relive that one all the time because I never wanted to.
You genuinely
put my hands
about it.
Oh yeah. Put my hands.
There's
on
a difference,
on the female,
right
even with my sister.
Well, okay. So obviously the replay the conversation. All right. That I don't necessarily know if that. I was more just curious if you were one of those people that did that, but anxious in the sense of obviously we know you don't like small talk, but do you second guess like text messages too before you press send?
Oh, I reread them.
Do you second whenever you? So you're a big fan of the unsend button whenever that came about, I'd imagine.
I just learned about that recently, but I'm too late sometimes.
So you think about it like 10 minutes later, and then you can't.
No, like I'll send something like, oh, let me get that back. And
you
they already read it. They already read it.
It's all right. You can still take it away. It never existed. I do like doing that to people. Send something. Know that they had enough time to read it, and then unsend it.
No way.
It's just to mess with them. Like usually, like
if they read it, you can't unsend it.
You can. You can be looking at the text message,
text stuff,
and then take it away. It doesn't have to, even though they have like read receipts on. You can still pull it off. You only have like so much time to send it, but I'll do that. I'll send it, or I'll type something. Yeah, or I'll type something out and then hit edit and completely change the sentence, and then they look at the edit and they're like, "All right, you're an ass." So, I do that, but that's just from my own
edit. Yeah, I do edit sometimes. No, all the time. I edit all the time. My grammar has to be correct when I text message. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that's true. You were an English major.
But I wasn't. I was more of a not literature, but writing.
Well, that would play for grammar.
Well, yeah, but it was more maybe journalism towards the journalism aspect, or just being a
writing
writer.
In the sense of
right?
stories
and stuff of that nature. Yes. Do you understand all the grammar pieces of it? Like, like capital letters and all that? Yeah. But, semicolons, colons? No.
Do you get anxious about offending people?
Yes.
You do? Even at work?
Yes.
Especially at work.
Yeah, especially at work. Yeah, because you got to understand when you get different types of ways that you type emails and or text. Could come across the wrong way.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that you can't. I wish there was a way to put text to where people knew that you were being sarcastic. Like I wish you could hit like an italics on your text, and if it was in italics, it just meant
or I
that's
don't know,
being,
something.
it's strictly sarcasm without saying it's sarcasm. I wish there was a way to do that, because you can definitely overanalyze a text because it has no tone. I actually got into the habit of, which I guess that means that I'm somewhat don't want to offend anybody. It's not that I don't want to offend anyone as much as I want my point heard clearly. So I'll even add some context to the tone at which I'm trying to send this text. Like saying, hey, don't read this in the wrong tone. This is strictly based on this right here. Trying to let them know that if you just read those words, it could sound like I'm really mad. But I'm not. But there's no other way to say it without letting you know exactly what I mean. Hey, look, I'm not mad. Don't read this in a tone where you think I'm aggravated. I'm not. But this is my thought. And I've actually prefaced the text with that.
Really?
Yeah. Strictly because I don't want it to be. Because people can get so much in their head whenever they read something. And I know I'm not going to talk to them till later or the next day or whatever it may be. And now they're playing this text in their head and they're building up all these emotions about something that I said whenever the tone was nowhere near what they interpreted it to be.
No, they might have interpreted a certain way, but your vision wasn't their interpretation.
No, but I thought that they might see it that way. So that's why I prefaced it.
Well, right. No, I understand it. I'm just saying if you hadn't done that.
Yes, then they would have seen it exactly the way I thought they would have. And then they would be not upset, but they would have been like, what the hell? But yet me being able to do that advances the conversation to where they know exactly what I mean. Which is why I'm a big fan of picking up the phone call and not letting someone, if there's something I'm upset about, I'd rather not give them the time to process what they're going to answer me whenever I ask the question. So they can't script the answer by preparing because I send it in an email or a text. So pick up the phone, ask you the question that I know I would need the answer to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get your emotion and your tone. I'm going to get everything right there. I'm not going to let you give me the standard 101 answer. You got to explain yourself.
Yeah.
So I can ask follow-ups and we're not going to go back and forth in email.
I had to do that today, as a matter of fact. Someone that I'd never talked to, different business, different company. I was like, the emails that we send to each other, they don't sound right. I'm calling because I don't want this to come across the wrong way. And we had a nice conversation.
Usually those conversations are being better.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was probably some type of animosity. Animosity is a strong word, but some type of tension.
That's the word.
And it was very, very cleared up.
Very, very much so. Yeah. But yeah, that happens a lot when it comes to being an anxious introvert.
So now we're 3 for 3.
Yeah, we're 3 for 3. Good.
All right. The last one, restrained introvert. Would you consider yourself a restrained introvert? And what I mean by that, are you have impulse or are you no impulse, no spontaneity? Are you a spontaneous person in your personality?
I think so.
Really?
I think so. Most
spontaneous thing that you've done in the last week, 2 weeks, month, year?
No, it's more of in a situation and I yell something loudly, right? Like we're in the living room and I go, 2 claps to Ric Flair. Woo! What are you talking about? Just want to get you pumped up, honey. Just want to get you pumped up.
It's just Wednesday night watching Law and Order.
Yeah. Just spontaneously just coming out and just, like when my daughter comes down the steps, I'm just like, oh, we're doing, martial arts just like this. She's over there, I'm over here, and she's trying to block the punch. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So no. I think I'm good there. Now, if it was more of, which is help, but this is what's helped me though. Taking that third Z has helped me on this coming out of groggy sleep, coming out of my sleep, because I don't sleep much.
Right.
So when I get up, I'm a little more all right. Versus 6 months ago, when I get up, I'm like, got to get a shower. Like I got to take a shower daily because that helps me. It just pumps me up. Take the shower, get dressed, go down, get the coffee, the smell of the coffee, and then you take a couple of sips, and you're like, hey. So that was me 6 months ago.
All right.
But with the third Z, it's a lot different. It's a lot different because I'm popping up.
Because the thirds, you get you into the deep sleep.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I feel more rested. So when I'm up, I do take the shower just because it's just one of those things I've been doing for the last 40 years of my life.
You've only been taking showers for 40 years?
No, that I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I used to take baths when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get back to thirds in a second because we got new flavor here, but I want to ask you about this too, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the spontaneous, not necessarily, but like that playfulness is also in a very controlled setting, meaning like it's at home.
Yes.
With your family that you would rather be with than strangers because you're a social introvert. Okay. Routines over, do you do well with not having a plan for the evening? For instance, Ray, hey man, I'm going to pick you up. I'm not sure where we headed, but whatever. I'm going to pick you up. We're going to probably end up here. We got to stop by this place. Or Ray is the guy who, but where we have to go before, like, what do you need to do? You're not sure where we're going to end up? You follow?
I do. And I'll tell you, those have always been the best.
But you accept those, or do you question them?
Oh, there's always the question, like, what are we doing? Where are we going?
No, but does it add to anxiousness, or are you okay with just...
In the beginning, yes.
Okay.
Always. In the beginning, always. And then they're like, just relax. We got this. We're going to start here. And then it spirals into a great time. It always, like, hey, call so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so and bring them over. Not me. I'm just sitting there like, for real? You bringing those guys over here?
So you stay anxious right there.
Oh, yeah. And then they come over, and then this turns to that, and it goes to that, and then the next day we're talking, man, that was a great time. And
yeah, but you got to sell you on the great time. You're not convinced it's going to happen. Yeah, I'm one where, whatever, man. We don't have a plan? Cool. Not really worried.
Let's do it, huh?
Let's go. I don't care.
I remember
especially depending on the crew that's calling me, too. So there's a certain people where it's like, hey, man, come pick you up. I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, that's different.
I mean, it's going to be bad in a good way.
That's what I mean. That's different.
Like we're going to get dumb tonight.
If it's your boys. I'm talking about if it's your boys and they're bringing some guys that I sort of know, that's where the anxiousness starts coming in. So, but if it's what you're talking about, it's like, or like 3 or 4 of your boys.
How about this? Going on a bachelor party trip and only knowing like 1 or 2 people. Would you do that?
I've done that.
How'd you like that?
When I was younger, yeah, it's easy.
You were okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to Canada. Bachelor party. Yeah, they do things different up there.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know exactly what you don't want to say, too.
That's all I wanted to
say. Yeah, so Ray, it's safe to say that of the 4 types of introverts that the internet told us that they have, you nailed them all. So good job. You're an introvert.
Yeah.
I'm probably 1 out of the 4, I would say. I would say that I'm thinking introvert. The other, from the social, anxious, and like spontaneity, like those things. Yeah, I'm definitely not introverted from those standpoints. Thinking, I would say, would be the 1. So we'll mark that off as well. I was pretty sure you're an introvert. This kind of solidified. If you weren't sure if you were an introvert, knowing that 4 different types of introvert, and you're there.
I didn't think I was.
But you really didn't think you were?
Not all 4. I guess with coaching, it's not.
It's different, though. That's your comfort zone.
Exactly. So that's why I was thinking, but when I coach, I'm like, because you don't hear a lot of coaches like me, just screaming and just hollering and just like people can hear me across the. I've had fans on the opposing team go, "Yeah, you do a fantastic job. I hear you. Don't know exactly what you're saying, but I hear you, and I think you're really motivated." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, appreciate that." So that's pretty cool. It just. Oh, man.
See, and I don't know you in that way at all. Like, I know calm Ray.
Yeah.
I don't know coaching Ray.
Yeah, coaching Ray is.
Which is different.
Be loud.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
see, but I coach in the same demeanor that I'll have a conversation with.
Oh yeah.
My emotions don't get any higher than what it would get in a normal way. I'm even keel. My frustration gets directed in a tone, not in a yell, which makes it really confusing for an official because it's strictly the words that he's got to pay attention to in order for him to understand that he's being insulted, because he won't be able to pick up on it in the inflections in my voice.
No.
So,
Not
for
at all.
instance, the ball was thrown and I know that it was a strike, but he called it a ball and the catcher caught it knee high on the guy. And I'll say, it was high. And the umpire gives a look like, it was outside, coach. I'm like, yeah, the hell it was. Because I knew it wasn't outside. But I got to say something that's so obvious that it wasn't. So I'll just say it was high. And it wasn't high because the catcher caught it low in the zone. But where was it? He said it was outside. And
I see.
so
what
you know what I mean?
That's
like
good.
it's got to be,
That's good.
somewhere there.
And then you just stared at him, like eye to eye contact.
Yeah, just kind of looking at that percent. Are you gonna get mad because I asked where the location of the pitch was? So
they can't.
No, and they get aggravated with that. So I try not to do it all the time, but that's usually the way that it's like, you're terrible. You should. Well, no, that's never gonna win them over. But if you just ask a question,
well, that's what I normally do until I get frustrated. Like,
well, yeah, but they're all somebody.
Who was the hold on? Really?
Okay.
I just walk away. Just think about that.
Just to make him relive it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but real quick, Thirdzy. Thirdzy is a great product, right? So it's no secret. We've been using it for quite a few months. I've been using it for a year now. Came out with a new flavor, salted caramel. Not gonna lie, I was really skeptical about it because I become so used to the traditional flavor that mixed with cold water. Actually throw a little creatine in there as well because that's good for the brain before you go to bed if you know that you're going to have a stressful day the next day. And then I'd also throw some salt electrolytes in there to help rehydrate at night. And I wasn't sure how that was going to play with a salted caramel flavor, but I got to say that I've done it in a couple different ways where I've had it cold with a little dessert, nothing much, just like maybe like a half a slice of cake or something like that if we had some left over from a party, and drank it with like it was a glass of milk. I've also done it warm, heat it up, add a little splash of milk in there to add some thickness to it as well. And it was like a warm cup of hot chocolate before going to bed. But it did the trick. Same ingredients, nothing different, just a different flavor profile. But Thirdzy's it's still king when it comes to recovery. I continue to wake up every single day, Monday through Friday, 3:50 in the morning, and work out. I went through a whole stretch where we were training for a competition where we were doing 2 workouts a day, and it was nothing new. Combining that with the life of an active child who plays multiple sports, also working a full-time job and still finding time to train as a 40-year-old weekend warrior. And there was really only one solution to help me get the rest and help my body recover. And Thirdzy was a major factor in that. I don't regret it. I tell anybody and everybody who asks me about any type of supplement that I take, and the first thing I tell them about is Thirdzy because it is a recovery-based substance. Out of all the other things that I may do, recovery is the main thing that happens, and it's the most important whenever it comes to trying to be active and trying to continue to train and get into the gym. Thirdzy's no joke. It doesn't do me any good to tell someone to take something if I wouldn't take it myself. And I've been on this product for a year, so I hope use the promo code. I hope you buy some. I hope you try it. If you hate it, I'll Venmo you and buy it back from you. That's how much I stand by this product right here. I track my sleep with different metrics, including Whoop, and it's no lie. It shows me exactly when my body's getting into deep sleep, when my heart rate starts to fall, and I get into a nice recovery sleep. And I look at it every single morning, and I can tell on the nights where I don't take it, and I can tell the days that I do take it because my sleep consistency is there. So try Thirdzy. You won't be disappointed. I will continue to use this even if you don't use it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. But NDO ZZZ is the code. Give it a shot. Give it a try. Let me know what happens. Use it for a week. Let your body get acclimated. Show it to your doctor as far as the ingredients go on the backside of it, and they will tell you that these are all the things that you would need to get the sleep that your body requires for it.
Our doctors did.
Yes, my doctor did.
And mine.
2 different doctors did. Mm-hmm. So, but no, it's a great product. Use it. So, Ray, I think that's it. We discovered that you're an introvert. Thursday helps you rest. Anything else? We're gonna work on you becoming an extrovert at all?
Well, I think there's a couple of things on how to cope.
Okay.
What do they talk about? Schedule decompression time.
All right. You should get that. You drive, you commute.
I do decompress.
There you go.
Yeah, I do decompress. I have a 54-mile drive 2 ways, so that helps me.
So we know that Ray is 4 for 4 on the different types of introvert that the internet told us exists. I possess one of those traits. Let us know which ones you have. Also, make sure you check us out on all podcast platforms: Spotify, Amazon, Apple iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, anything that you consume podcast on, we're there. So drop us a comment below, give us a like, subscribe here on YouTube. And until next time, we'll see you on
New Dad Order.